Your child is screaming over the wrong cup. You gave them blue, but somehow it's the wrong blue. And now you're trapped in that familiar spiral. Logic fails, distraction fails, walking away makes it worse. But here's what happens next. This is the part most parents get wrong. You try to fix it fast, control it, stop the noise, and that's exactly when it escalates. But Korean families discovered something about the nervous system that changes everything. Something about how to actually diffuse a meltdown instead of fueling it, and it works in the next 60 seconds. Most parents are accidentally making tantrums worse every single time, but you won't be one of them after today. Here's what happens when your instinct is to fix it fast. You correct, you redirect, you rationalize. You're being ridiculous, calm down, we don't cry over spilled milk. And here's what you probably don't realize. When you come in with control, your child's brain reads it as a threat. The fear center activates, they dig in harder. What could have been 30 seconds becomes 10 minutes, and they're learning. Big feelings get you in trouble, so either hide them or scream louder to break through. If you've done this, if you felt that panic rising and responded with control, you're not broken, you're human. This is what we were all taught. But here's where one culture figured out something completely different. In Korean families, there's a concept called Jeong. It's hard to translate, but it's something like emotional harmony, deep empathy, and shared presence, and it completely flips how parents respond when their children are overwhelmed. Picture this, a Korean grandmother watching her grandson scream over a broken toy. She doesn't speak, she doesn't correct. She sits beside him, hand on his back, and just breathes. And within seconds, his crying shifts. It's like watching a storm pass. That's Jeong in action. Korean parents don't rush to fix emotion. They absorb it first because they understand something about the nervous system. When you stay calm, your child borrows your calm. Your body teaches their body how to regulate. When you panic, they panic harder. When you slow down, they naturally slow down too. This is called co-regulation. Your child's brain can't calm itself yet, so it syncs with yours. Slow presence is faster than quick fixes. That's the foundation of what we're about to learn. So let me name this method the Jeong pause. It's called a pause because the first move is counterintuitive. You stop trying to stop the tantrum. You pause. You lower your entire energy. You create a calm space around your child. And I need to warn you, the first step will feel completely wrong. Every instinct will scream at you to do the opposite. That's exactly why it works. I'm going to show you 5 simple steps, and I want you to follow along with the timing, because when you see how fast this actually works, you'll understand why Korean parents look so unshaken. Ready? 60 seconds. That's all we need. Let's count it down together. Step 1. Lower your energy and your body. The instant you see the meltdown coming, or even when it's already happening, you do 3 things at once. Take a real breath, drop your shoulders, crouch down to their eye level, not towering, meeting. When you do this, something shifts. Your child's brain reads this combination as, I'm safe. This person isn't a pet, they're with me. The amygdala, the fear center, downshifts. 10 seconds, done. 50 to go. Step 2, silent connection. You're at their eye level now. You don't speak yet. You just make gentle eye contact. Let them see that you're grounded, that you're not angry at them, that you're there. Your child is watching you. Their body is watching you, and they're literally syncing with what they see. 3 to 5 seconds just breathing together without words. 45 to go. Step 3, the gentle touch. Still without words, you might lightly hold their hand or rest your palm on their shoulder or back. Some children lean into this immediately, others need a moment, and some won't want touch at all, and that's okay. You adapt. The core stays the same. They feel your presence. Here's what's happening neurologically. Your calm, steady touch is sending a message to their brain. This is survivable. You're safe. I'm not leaving. Many tantrums de-escalate right here. You'll feel the tension leave their little body. They stop fighting because they feel seen, held, not alone. 10 to 15 seconds, 30 to go. Here's what this looks like in real life. Without the Jeong pause, your child screams because you cut their sandwich wrong. You say, stop being ridiculous, it tastes the same. They scream louder. With the Jeong pause, same sandwich crisis, you crouch down, take a breath, gently touch their shoulder, you say nothing, and you watch their shoulders drop, their fists unclench. The intensity shifts before they've even stopped crying. Step 4, name the feeling. Now, and only now, you speak, but you don't explain or lecture, you simply witness. You're really upset right now. You wanted the sandwich whole and now it's cut. That's frustrating. Keep it simple. No judgment in your voice. This is where everything changes because your child feels understood, not corrected. Understood. And when a child feels understood, the need to keep screaming diminishes. They've been heard. Let me show you what happens next. Your child is crying over a broken toy. You've moved through steps 1 through 3. Now you say, that toy broke, and you're really sad about that. The crying might actually intensify for a moment. That's good. That's release. That's their nervous system processing, not escalating. 10 to 15 seconds for this step. 15 to go. Step 5. Breathe together. Finally, you invite them into the next moment. Not a command, an invitation. Let's take some deep breaths together. When you're ready, we'll figure this out. Notice together. You're not sending them away to calm down. You're not isolating them. You're staying present. This teaches something crucial. When I'm overwhelmed, I'm not alone. I don't have to stay stuck. You're still there. You're still with them. You're both moving through this. The tantrum has softened. The intensity has shifted from frantic to manageable, from alone to connected. That's 60 seconds done. Here's what just happened in those 60 seconds. You stopped adding stress. Your body signaled safety. You validated their emotion instead of fighting it.
Why this method works and what to expect over time. Their nervous system borrowed your calm. But here's what matters most. You didn't just end a tantrum, you taught their brain a new pattern. When your child has a meltdown, the emotional part of their brain hijacks the logical part. Reasoning bounces off. Explanations don't work, but felt safety, calm presence, emotional attunement that reaches them. And once they feel that safety, the logical brain comes back online. Now they can think, now they can process, now they're actually available to learn. But here's the real payoff. You're rewiring how their brain handles emotion. Over time, sometimes in just a few days, tantrums become less frequent and less intense, not because you're controlling them, but because their brain is learning. Emotions can be survived. They're not dangerous. I can move through them. That pattern compounds. Now, I know what you're thinking. What if it doesn't work right away? Let me show you exactly what to expect. Day 1, you try this and your child screams louder. They're confused because you're responding differently. You're calm while they're screaming louder. That's the teaching moment. Don't interpret it as failure. Day 3, the crying sounds different, less frantic, more like release. They're beginning to trust the pattern. Day 5, your child has a meltdown but recovers in half the time. And when they're calm, they come to you for a hug instead of pushing you away. This isn't magic, it's pattern training, and patterns take consistency, not perfection. You're retraining a nervous system that's been wired for reactivity, probably because they've been met with reactivity. That rewiring takes repetition, but most parents report genuine shifts within 3 to 5 days of gentle, consistent practice, not perfection. Real, observable changes in how they respond. Let me tell you what this looks like 6 months in. Your child comes home from school, throws their backpack down, and bursts into tears. You don't even know why yet. The old you would have said, "What happened? Why are you crying?" Use your words. But now you just crouch down, you breathe, you place your hand on their shoulder, and you wait. Here's what happens. Within seconds, they crawl into your lap, and the whole story comes tumbling out. The friend who said something mean, the game they weren't included in. They tell you because they know you can handle their big feelings, because you've proven it over and over in those 60-second moments. That's not just tantrum management, that's trust, that's emotional security, that's the foundation of who they'll become. Your child's tantrums don't just become shorter, they become rarer because they learn something most kids never learn, that their biggest feelings don't push their parent away, that emotion doesn't mean abandonment, that they can fall apart and still be loved. You'll notice it in small ways at first. They come to you faster when they're upset. They cry instead of rage. They let you help. That's not obedience, that's trust. Tantrums that used to last 15 minutes, over in 3. The rage that used to escalate now de-escalates. Their little body learns a new pattern. And you get something back. You get to be the steady ground instead of part of the chaos. You get to model how emotions actually work. You become the calm your child needs, and they become the emotionally secure person you want them to be. So here's your challenge. The next time your child melts down, and it'll probably be today, I want you to try something radical. Don't fix it. Don't stop it. Don't control it. Just pause. Drop your energy and your body. Meet their eyes without words. Touch their shoulder. Name what they're feeling and breathe together. Set a timer if you want. Watch how fast it works. Remember that blue cup from the beginning? The one that was the wrong shade of blue? Here's the thing.
With the Jeong pause, it's still the wrong cup. The sandwich is still cut wrong. The toy is still broken. But your child learns something more valuable than getting what they want. They learn that their biggest feelings don't push you away, that they're safe even when they're not okay, that you're the steady ground beneath their feet, and that changes everything. Your child's tantrums won't remember every tantrum, but they'll remember how you made them feel when they were at their worst. So choose to be the calm they need starting in the next 60 seconds. Then come back. Tell me what shifted. Comment below. Share your story, because this method works. Not perfectly, but genuinely, reliably, in a way that transforms both of you. You've got this.